this point, if this series wanted to end with Belly in Paris, single and thriving, I would be okay with it. I just watched the first two episodes of season 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm a bit nervous to talk about it because apparently the fan base of this show is very passionate. I will just say up front here that I am Team Switzerland. I remember people saying that in high school when referring to Twilight and the whole like Team Edward, Team Jacob thing. And if you were someone that was like right in the middle, you were Team Switzerland. So I am Team Switzerland here. Although I may be leaning more Team Conrad. Those moments between him and Belly when they were at the beach house at Christmas, those were some of my favorite scenes from the second episode. And I loved that whole like Home Alone sequence. Him sadly eating watermelon on the beach was a vibe. Jeremiah has always been my favorite of the two. I'm not saying that he should end up with Belly at the end, but just speaking from a personal taste, he's always been my favorite. However, there was just something about his portrayal in these two episodes that came across as very man-childy. It felt like, have you ever been in one of those situations where you know a person within a certain context? Like in this show, the context is obviously the beach house, but in real life, if you know someone from like a class or maybe a club that you're a part of or whatever, and within that context, they seem really cool. But then when you get to know them outside of that context and you get to see how they act in their day to day life, like it's just kind of, that's what Jeremiah was giving me in these episodes. But it's like, I get it. I get where he's coming from. I get where Belly is coming from and their whole relationship. The codependency is real. And of course, it's coming from the fact that they got together at a time when they were both grieving. I've seen people in those kinds of relationships, and yes, they can be very all consuming, especially if you haven't fully dealt with your grief. I feel like the biggest lesson here is don't go to college just because you want to follow someone that you think you're madly in love with or you think you're going to spend the rest of your life with. College is expensive. It's a lot of debt. It's not worth following a man there. It's really not. Nor is a man ever worth denying a trip to Paris. If she doesn't go to Paris at the end of the season, that's what I'm going to be the most angry about. I do like how the show is following in the great teen drama tradition of having all of the characters go to the same exact college after high school. Stephen and Taylor, admittedly not my favorite, although I did really like that moment when he was throwing rocks at her bedroom window. That felt very like 1980s teen film, John Hughes movie moment. It made me happy. Overall, there was so much drama in these episodes between the whole like cheating reveal and Conrad getting his dream job and then losing it immediately. The car accident, like I know people were upset that they weren't releasing all the episodes at once to binge, but honestly, I'm exhausted. I have no idea where the series is going to go from here, and it honestly makes me really excited.